We're in Marble City celebrating the opening of the wonderful Marble City Community Center. Well, I think for a community like Marble City, which has seen, a long period of some economic decline, I think it is a spark. But that spark is really just part of what's going on here. There's a lot of activity going on in Marble City that's very progressive. They're looking at some of their old buildings and they're refurbishing them. They still keep a lot of community events going. There's a wonderful community organization here. So this will be, I think, an anchor for a lot of that activity. And I think it means that the best days of Marble City are still ahead of them. Well, I think the philosophy that the Deputy Chief and I have, and really it's unanimous among the council, is that we shouldn't leave any community behind. You do have to start somewhere. So the fact of the matter is this is one milestone, but not the last one across the reservation. So in Kenwood, we're making a similar investment. The idea is we have to start somewhere but continue it. And so as we go across the reservation, where there's that community spirit, where there's that community organizing, it does seem to me, and a great many of the other leaders of the Cherokee Nation, that we ought to be going to the communities that have not seen investment in generations. That's true of Marble City. It's not as true for a lot of other communities. I think if we start there, then it lifts everyone up. Well, there's been a lot of excitement. I have to say the number of people here did surprise me, but I think it does validate what the Deputy Chief said in some remarks as we did the grand opening, which is a lot of Cherokees that live in the area. They may not live in Marble City proper, but they live in the area. And so the idea that they can come from some rural and remote areas and come to a place where there's a safe place for kids and elders, I think people have been excited about that and they wanted to come out and see it. I think seeing is believing, and so when they see this space, I'm sure they're going to come back. I have no doubt about it. But this community deserves it, as Councilor Legg said, but a lot of other communities deserve it. So we're going to continue to try to make this kind of investment.
Today was the ribbon cutting for the community center that we were able to build. We did use ARPA funding for this, but it was in the neighborhood of a little over $10 million. I appreciate the vision of this administration. I appreciate the work that all the council does, but I want to tell you, I appreciate the community workers that are here that keep this town alive, and I'm glad that we can contribute to that. A lot of times, we're asked, why Marble City? Well, why not Marble City? If our true vision is the revitalization of our language, cultural, this town here is the heartbeat of what it is to be Cherokee. If you do a circumference of 15 miles, there's over 15,000 Cherokees that are represented just in that circle. Why not reinvest here where the majority of our full-bloods and our native speakers are?
I think a lot of communities are watching this and they say, which is the natural question, when do we get this kind of investment? And all I can tell those communities is that we are doing our best. We hear you and we're trying to spread this investment all over the reservation. But if people look at what's going on at Marble City and get inspired to organize in their own communities, that means the future's bright for a great many places in the Cherokee Nation.